Lo-fi. That was lo-fi. There's a lot of stuff out there. We can do lo-fi, we can do lo-fi. Look, just get a 12-bit button, it's total lo-fi. No, it's not. No, it's not. I've used 12-bit samplers, and there's lots of top end in there. If you consider an album like DJ Shadow's Introducing album, done in the early 90s, still a fantastic album to this day, check it out. It was entirely done with two MPC 60s, and it's not lo-fi, but it's got vibe. But I don't really class 12-bit sampling as just lo-fi. Lo-fi to me is a recording. It doesn't even have to be old. It's just got this kind of lo-fi vibe about it, and it's all about character. And yeah, it's not particularly hi-fi. It's not hi-fi, but it doesn't have to sound absolutely terrible, like as though it was recorded in 1905. I've been looking for quite some time for a plugin that gives me fairly instant lo-fi, and I think this is it. I think this is it, folks. So let's have a little listen to it without the lo-fi on. In fact, I've got a pre-recorded chord progression here, so we'll just use that. Okay, so the plugin was set. That's pretty much how it'll be when you just initiate the plugin. So it changes the sound like that. Oh, I added a bit of wow and flutter. That's like it's still a tape slowing up and speeding up and slowing down. I mean, that's instant lo-fi. So that was all I added there. So that's the kind of sound that you, oh, missed that. I have the mic emulation and the speaker emulation on. So let's turn them off. Bypass the plugin. Okay, turn it on. And I will put on the speaker emulation. It just adds a bit more grainy character, lo-fi, whatever you want to call it. It just adds a bit of that. It's more lo-fi. It's just two buttons to give you a bit more lo-fi. Right, so I'll leave them on. Now we can also add in all sorts of things like clicks. I'm okay with that, but I don't want that in here. It's a bit too much. Drops, as though you're getting tape dropouts. I'll play the pattern. That's a very bad tape there. Okay, and we can also have motor noise. Although I think they have these knobs the wrong way around. They've got the motor one, which sounds like that, and the hiss one, that sounds like that. That sounds more like the motor to me, and this sounds more like the hiss. Is this company having a laugh? But not the end of the world, but I kind of just get the feeling that they're the wrong way around, but I could be wrong. This basically, this is an emulation of an old Soviet Cold War era wire recorder. It didn't use tape, it used wires. And this is an emulation of that. Some German bloke, YouTube guy, composer, he's got it, the company and him got together and they came out with this box. And good, because I like things like this. I like plugins that are very unique, you know. And this one, it certainly is, you know. It's kind of a bit of a one-trick pony, but that's the point, you know. The point is that you want it to be lo-fi. You don't want it to be doing compression and EQ and all this sorts of stuff. You've got all sorts of other plugins you can use to do that sort of stuff. This thing does what it says on the tin, and it gives you an echo unit as well, which is actually not that bad. So let's say, yeah, so back to the hiss and the motor noise. Yeah, you can add that, and you can also turn an envelope on, which basically with the envelope off, it'll be on all the time, like that. You turn it on, you'll only get that hiss when there's some sound going through it. And the same with the motor noise, but the hiss. Quite authentic, that, actually. And you've got a little parameter box here that you can adjust the attack and the release of the envelope. So yeah, you get that. You got the tilt EQ, which is basically, it tilts it. If you imagine the EQ, if it goes like that, you're getting more top end. Like that, you're going to get more bottom end, right? Pretty basic stuff, but does the job. And the echo. I'll play the little chord loop. I like the feedback in this echo unit. Some of the plug-in echo units that you get, you turn the feedback right up and it's unusable. It's totally unusable. And I like that you can actually turn this one right up and you get more vibe. Let's just hear that again. So yeah, good. I like what they did with the echo there. Totally usable for special effects and all that. You can have some fun with that. Assign that to one of your knobs, your controllers, and yeah, you could definitely have some fun with that. So I've tried this in lots and lots of things. It works on vocal, talking bits, pretty good for that. Guitar, bass, drums, pretty much anything. And you'd be surprised what you put through it. You're like, oh, that sounds quite good. That sounds good. And I've got some drums on the go here, but they're not that effective in showing what it can actually do. But I'll give you an idea. This is the drum brute, the Arturia drum machine. Not bad. Not the best drum loop, it was just a kick drum and snare drum. But it actually did it quite well, so testament to the plugin. But if you've got something with hi-hats and stuff going on, it's pretty good. I should have had that, but you know, it's a professional outfit here, and that's why we don't think of things like that. But so anyway, I'm not saying go transparency. I got the plugin free, not from the company. I got it from Plugin Boutique. I occasionally get an NFR for a plugin or two from them to try out, give them a bit of feedback. I don't review the plugins or anything like that. It's just a bit of private feedback. But this one I decided to make a little video about it, and I appreciate getting this NFR. I have quite a few plugins I don't use at all. And I will certainly be using this one. Now, would I rush out and... So basically, there's no endorsement going on here or anything like that. Mutant doesn't do that. So should you rush out and get this plugin? Well, it's probably, for most people, it would be an occasional use type plugin, unless you're totally into making lo-fi all the time, right? So then I would definitely go rush out and get it. It's an occasional use thing, but I think a very useful thing to have in your armory. It's just the sort of plugin, you'll put it on something, could be a vocal, could be drums, anything. You're like, that's exactly what I needed. You know, you were messing around, you had compression, you had bit crushing, filtering, and you just didn't get that vibe. It was just like plug-in city going on, you know, not really getting the pleasure factor, you know. And I think it's a plugin like that you'll just be surprised what it's going to work on, you know. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention this. Better get it on the go again. Not the drums, we'll have the piano. Right, if you touch this, one of the wires, I suppose it is, you'll see. So when you touch that, you get that voice coming through. And I suppose it's meant to emulate the old Soviet and the East Berlin, the Stasi and all that talking to each other, you know. And it sounds pretty accurate, I'm sure. But the only thing I would say about it, it would be quite good. It wasn't too bad there, volume-wise, but sometimes when I've hit that, it's way louder than the signal coming in. I wouldn't mind a way to adjust the volume. It's obviously samples that they're triggering, and I would like to hear more. I think they could add in like 50 megabytes of samples and just they're triggered randomly, you know. I think that'd be good. So a volume for that and more samples, because I would definitely use that. You don't know what they're saying, and that's good. That's what you want. And it's just sort of like a character ambient type thing that you could put in a breakdown or something. Not something you're going to use in every track, but I think they could do a little bit more with that. But if they didn't, it's still totally fine. Even without any of the wow and flutter, the drops, the clicks, put the tilt EQ in the middle, turn the echo off, speaker emulation off, mic emulation off. You still get lo-fi. Okay, so that'll do for this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe and the bell thing. People do that. And you can be notified when I'm doing another video. And there will be another one in a few days' time. So thanks again. Bye-bye.